Merry Christmas, Merry Fishmas, Happy Holidays, Season's Greetings, Happy New Year. Welcome to Friday Fish Facts. I'm your host, Ron DeSantis. I do see there's reflections all over the place. Maybe this wasn't a great idea setting it up right here, but I didn't even look at the preview. And I just thought, you know what, let's just go. I'm just going to go on for a quick, Merry Fishmas, Merry Christmas to everybody. I see that Pam54 Punchy was already in the chat. Hello, Pam. How are you today? Now, I just kind of woke up this morning and thought to myself, you know what? I'm going to do a little live stream, I think. And then I fired up the computer and said to myself, yeah, let's just do it in an hour. It's been a great year for Friday Fish Facts. Even though I haven't been as active the last 6 months, it's still been lots of fun and been a great time for all. So we've got Vinoski Tank, winner of one of the giveaways that I did earlier. Hello, thanks for joining. Anthony's Fishy Friends, hello. KG Cichlids, hello and Merry Christmas. What's going on? Bentley Pascal, good morning, my friend. How are you? So anyway, I went out and I bought some fish yesterday. No, 2 days ago now. And maybe actually, you know what? 3 days ago. I'm losing my dates here. But there were these corridors that I've wanted forever. And due to them being very expensive, not really having a place for them, I didn't buy them. And that was about 1.5 years ago, the last time I saw them. Well, this time, no hesitation, went in, knew they were there, got them, got a video coming out this Friday. I just moved them out of the quarantine. And you know what? I love these fish. Can't wait to share with you guys what I got so far. Quinn, what's going on? Am I going to the spring auction? I met Quinn at the fall auction this year, and Quinn was looking for some super reds. Quinn, this tank behind me, this 90-gallon tank behind me, is my family of super reds in here, and one calico. So I was selling a bunch of calico plecos at the fall auction because that male in there keeps impregnating those super reds. It's kind of a more brown than red calico, so I wanted to blend it up. And super reds are from calico plecos. They've just had all the brown bred out of them, and voila, now you got super reds. But yes, I will be in the spring auction for sure. I will be there. You can't see so well because of the reflection, and the lights are off. I don't think I've done a morning time live stream before. And my lights, I like to have my lights come on at 3 o'clock. I'm sure a lot of people that have planted tanks can relate. They've got timers on all their tanks because I want to have the optimum amount of light, and I want to be home for when those lights are on. And normally I'm at work this time, so the lights don't come on until about 3 o'clock, and then they shut off around 10 or 11, depending on the tank. So this tank right over here, this is like my fry tank, right? One of my fry tanks, but my oldest fry tank. So you won't, as I'm looking in the reflection, you won't be able to see it, but there's my first batch of koi tuxedo guppies are in here, which have now, I noticed yesterday, had their own fry. And then I've got probably 25 calicos left in here. I've sold about 10 of them from the first batch. I've got 4 or 5 albino corridoras in here that will be moving into the parent tank pretty soon, and a bunch of blue dream shrimp in there. Hello, the Zen Ginger. Thank you for joining us this morning. So as we're kind of on the topic of fry tanks here, so anytime I'm breeding something, I want to spread it out into multiple tanks. Now, I think I originally got this idea from watching an aquarium co-op video a few years ago. I think that's where I got it. I don't think I can't take credit for it myself. And I think that's where I saw it. So like down below here, this 10-gallon here, it's got my regular blue Moscows, and these guys go, hey, Mac, these guys breed like crazy. So across from me, which you can't see, I've got another 20-gallon long, which I've got more than half of them in that one. These koi tuxedo guppies in a 29-gallon as well. This next batch of calico plecos, that's in another batch upstairs, and then the next one's going to another one down here. But I like to spread these things out, especially if they're difficult to get fish, like the koi tuxedos I got from Aquarium Co-op in August. The blue Moscows, Bentley's blue Moscows over in a tank over there. They're not easy for me to attain. I have to drive down to the States, get them, bring them back over the border. So something like that, especially if I'm breeding it, I'm going to start spreading this fry into multiple tanks, the fry, just so I don't get, a wipeout of a tank. So I just wanted to come on. I've had a great year here. It's been so much fun. I was started off the year hitting it hard. I got monetized. Thank you very much for everyone for watching the videos at the end of January, and with some semi-regularity, getting some Google checks coming in, and that has helped pay for everything. So I started the year with 5 tanks. I'm at 11 now, and everything, all the fish that I have and the tanks have either come from donations, like Terry Lindsay has donated a couple of tanks here, YouTube checks, and stuff that I've been breeding and selling. And if it wasn't for YouTube, I wouldn't have been able to expand at the beginning, and from there I've been able to buy other fish, breed those fish, sell those fish, and everything's been working out just great since then. I see that Quentin is going to sell some blue Moscows. That's awesome, Quentin. Pro Tim Aquatics, hello, Merry Christmas. What's going on? Thanks for stopping in, man. So anyway, I just wanted to come in, have a quick hello to everybody, say Merry Christmas, reflect on this great year that we had here, and kind of maybe give you a little shout out of what's going on coming up next. Caleb's Aquatics, there's a nice up and coming YouTuber going on. I think you've hit the 600 subscriber mark. Good for you, man. Congratulations. So coming into the new year, you know what? I'm just kind of going to sprinkle in YouTube videos here and there as we go. But my passion for the hobby has never been any higher than it is now. Getting a little bit more involved with the Vancouver Aquatic Hobbyist Society, which has now changed its name to the Vancouver Hobbyist Club. I was the guest speaker last month, and that was, a little nerve-wracking, but it was fun to begin with. So I'm going to be doing, more breeding. I've talked to two stores, but one in particular that I'm going to be selling some of my livestock to. And I hope to, expand as we go and get into more, common fish, but uncommon strains of those fish. Yes, Bentley, guest speaker, I know. Fancy. They asked me to do it, and I said, well, what do you want me to talk about? How about YouTube? What about YouTube? I don't know. Think of something. So I decided to make the topic on how to get monetized for YouTube and how to have a semi-successful YouTube channel by at least just getting modified. I can't speak on how to have a successful YouTube channel or a big YouTube channel, but enough to get by. So that's awesome. So as far as like things that I'm breeding right now and things that I've kind of breeding for profit, I'm using the kind of method of common fish, but fancy versions. So I've got 2 different Bentley, your guppies, they're not flourishing huge here, not enough to like sell. I probably have 40, maybe 35 or 40. But the blue Moscows that I have that are local, the koi tuxedos, those ones are booming. I've got 3 types of shrimp going. I've got blue shrimp, which I've got going in 2 different tanks because I like to spread them out. I've got cherry shrimp, which I had in 3 tanks, but I just sold a ton, so now I got them going in 2 tanks. And the orange relay shrimp are something that I just picked up at the auction last month, and I hope to get those ones going, and I'll be selling those as well. Plecos, I got to get these super reds going, and I've got the calicos going. I've sold off my breeding pair of albinos. I thought I had sold all my albino fry, but I guess kind of 5 snuck around. So I'm just going to kind of clean out the albino ones and just go with, the fancier versions of the plecos. And I've talked to Mile High plecos, and in the new year I will be importing different kind of plecos that I hope to breed. They're going to take some time, but I'm very excited about that. Corridoras. I've been working with the albino quarries, getting them going for about the last 6 months. I can hear jet barking. Somebody must be out front. VB23, what's going on? Hello. So I've got the albino quarries. It was a little bit of a slow start, to be honest. I struggled a little bit with keeping the fry alive, but I've been getting better and better at that. And I've expanded. I've got a new type of quarry that I just picked up 3 days ago. And I've also been talking with Tom of TM Aquatics. And in the new year, probably March or April, I'll be getting something from him and hopefully get going on a new line of Corridoras. So anyway, that's what I've got going coming up this year. I don't have any goals to grow my YouTube channel any bigger. I just kind of, when I have something that I feel is worth sharing, then I'm going to share it. I do have a few tours coming up that I'm going to be doing. I just did a tour. Somebody who has bred over 10,000 Cynodontis petricolis. That's local. If you're in the lower mainland of Vancouver, he's the guy that's breeding them. And I went over there. I got to check out his place. It was awesome. 35 tanks, including 3 240 gallons. This guy's been fish keeping for 55 years. I recommend you check out that video. That was my last video that I did. But I'm going to be visiting the Canadian Aqua Farm coming up. I'm going to be visiting the president of the Vancouver Aquatic Hobbyist Society. His fish room, he's got a bunch of tanks. There's another fish room I'm going to be visiting, which he's got hundreds of tanks. So these are the videos that I'm going to be doing, and I can't wait. 54 punchy Pam's. Okay, VB23. I'm trying to start my shrimp colony in the new year. That's awesome. I think Pam's saying I'll be sending you some shrimp after the holidays are done, VB. That's awesome. She doesn't want to ship them now. I get that. Precious Tranquility. Just when I thought I had liked all the channels and had notifications sorted out. What's going on? Welcome. Griffin Fish Room. Hello. Thanks for stopping in. BB23 says, I need to enjoy my tanks as much as I can before I head to college. True that. And Danny Ken Aquatics. Hello, everyone. What's going on? So I'm just going to cut it off there. Thanks, everyone, for stopping in. I hope everyone has a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year, and happy fish keeping to everybody. And I will be having a video coming out this Friday, so join me next week for another edition Friday Fish Facts.